What's going on, people? It's the Bear here once again. I don't really order much from Popeyes. The last thing that I ordered from Popeyes, which was probably about 5, 6 years ago, if I'm not mistaken, was their super dry biscuits. They're all, the biscuits were so dry. The chicken was decent, but I just remember that 6 years ago when I ordered from Popeyes that dry biscuit. And ever since then I didn't order anything, Um I might every now and then get from KFC, but other than that, Popeyes, I don't know, man. Besides their chicken sandwich that everyone was craving about, there ain't much of a big deal with the restaurant nowadays. But this here is a big deal. So big, in fact, they had to close their doors around the holiday time too. This is messed up. So I'm gonna play this video here, and then we're just gonna talk for a minute. So Popeye shut down over video showing cockroaches on orders. So let me play this video here. Let me play this video. If it's going to start, let me see. Give it a second.
Popeyes. On warning counters, they got roaches, y'all.
It's a video that could make even the toughest of stomachs turn.
Oh, these are DoorDashes.
Roaches crawling all over orders at a Popeyes on the east side of Detroit.
It was just like all over the counter, all over the utensils, and all over the bags and things like that.
The DoorDash driver behind the video, now viewed by thousands, didn't want to be identified, but says in her 2+ years of delivering food, she hasn't seen anything like this. The driver says she alerted the DoorDash customer supposed to receive that order immediately.
I was definitely surprised. I was caught off guard. I was shocked. I was disgusted. I just couldn't believe that they were even open and working in those conditions.
The city health department says they received word about the video late last week and sent an inspector in on Monday who did find evidence of cockroaches. The health department says the restaurant's management made the decision to voluntarily close as soon as they learned of the video. The health department says this Popeyes location is inspected routinely every month and there's no knowledge of prior issues. In a tweet response, Popeyes called the conditions, quote, completely unacceptable and said the restaurant will remain closed until it can provide guests with the standards and service they deserve.
If it wasn't for me, this business would still be open. They would still be running today.
The DoorDasher who sounded the alarm now happy something is being done.
I feel bad for the staff because it's holiday moments and I know they probably need their income. But at the same time, I don't want them working in those conditions because that's awful.
So that's the video there. That's crazy how that happened, at a Popeyes and stuff. We don't know what happens in fast food restaurants most of the time. When you're giving food, you're hoping that, food is delivered to you with the highest standards, right? But behind the scenes, I used to work, let me tell you something, a long time ago, back when I was a teenager, I used to work in a McDonald's, in the Burger King, okay? I know the same similarities back then when I was working, that was about 2 decades ago, probably even longer than that, okay? It was a little longer than that. But I know back then, it's the same thing going on today, okay? Now, most of the fast food restaurants still today have a bunch of kids working there. Kids that this is probably their first job, or something seasonal or something like that. But a lot of those kids that work in these restaurants, they have this 3-second rule, okay? The 3-second rule is if you drop a piece of meat within 3 seconds, you can pick it up and you can still cook it. I am not lying about this. This is absolutely positively true. That's the 3-second rule in fast food restaurants. Now, what is that related to this here? Well, if you think that just seeing cockroaches in a Popeyes, if you think that's bad, what do you think that what else is going on in Popeyes, which they have kids working there? I'm just saying, this is stuff that's happening at a lot of fast food restaurants, And here come a person, and she said within the 2 years that she was delivering food, she never seen anything like this, But these DoorDash people and the Uber Eats and stuff like that, drivers that pick up these food, they don't know where this stuff is really, they don't know what's going on behind the scenes before they even pick up the food. They don't know what's happening before they pick up the food. You know what I'm saying? This is stuff that's happening on a daily basis at these fast food restaurants. Daily. It really is. And it's absolutely disgusting. Cockroaches, rats, who knows? I'm not going to speculate on what happens but I'm saying I know because I'm just talking from my experience when I was working at Burger King and McDonald's. I know what was going on in those fast food places. All right, so let's read on to this here, and I'm not going to be too long with this here. Now, this happened in Detroit. Let's see. Okay, so the Popeyes spokesperson called the conditions at the now closed location completely unacceptable. This was today. It was earlier today. I just found this out. It was updated 18 hours ago. I just found this story out. So this was in Detroit. A Popeyes restaurant in Detroit is closed for thorough cleaning after a video surfaced online showing cockroaches crawling over a number of to-go orders. A DoorDash driver waiting for an order to be completed at a Popeyes on the east side of Detroit says she noticed cockroaches crawling on several orders and started recording. She says in her 2+ years of delivering food, she hasn't seen anything like it. It was just all over the counter, all over the utensils, and all over the bags and things like that, said the driver, who didn't want to be identified. Because the reason why she didn't want to be, because she don't want to get no bad, when people coming after her talking about, what you recording all of this for and all this other kind of stuff and giving her a hard time. So I understand why she don't want to be identified. I completely understand. She says she immediately alerted the DoorDash customer who was supposed to receive that order and worked with him so he could get a refund. She says she also told the Popeyes workers about the bugs. Let me see how much more. They got a lot more to read. I'll read a little bit more. I was definitely surprised. I was caught off guard. I was shocked. I was disgusted. I just couldn't believe that they were even open and working in those conditions, she said. The DoorDash driver posted a video to social media where it quickly spread. A spokesperson with the Detroit Health Department says they received word about the video Friday and sent an inspector to the Popeyes location on Monday. That inspector found evidence of cockroaches. Obviously, right? The health department says the restaurant's management made the decision to voluntarily close as soon as they learned of the video. So you can read the rest of this for yourself here. Just pause it and read the rest for yourself. But like I said, I worked in those conditions. I know how fast food restaurants is. A lot of them are very, very disgusting. It really is, when you have food like that, that's all around, you know what I'm saying? And it's fast food, so things get out quickly, It's like if you working in a Burger King, for instance, right? And there's like the hamburger that comes off the grill and falls on the floor. You're trying to hurry an order, but you're not thinking about that small little piece of meat that's on the floor that attracts cockroaches and attracts rats and all kind of things like that. This is what's happening in all fast foods today. It's a shame that it's happening, but it is. It keeps it. We know about it. And like I said, even though I worked at fast food 20 plus years ago, I know it still goes on today because they got kids that still work 16 years old. Some that working on a work permit that's 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? You got young people in there. You got high schoolers. You got, people that's just their first job working at a fast food, So you wouldn't believe all the stuff that these kids, what they got going on. There need to be some thorough cleaning and to be more responsible for this so that things like this don't surface. It is not illegal really to record traces of cockroaches in food, especially if you're a DoorDash driver and your customer wants evidence of this, if you tell a customer, I seen cockroaches in your food and I can't deliver this. And the customer asks, you got proof? You show the video, they go to proof. That's why, then you tell them, there you go. That's why I can't deliver it. So, this has been going on for a long, long time. This store needs to be closed down because you cannot have service like that, And like I said, they need to get, management need to get on these kids and have them cleaning up as much as possible so that food don't be dropping on the floor. A lot of things need to happen. You don't want to go into a restaurant, look on the counter and see cockroaches. That is absolutely disgusting. So they had to shut down. It's unfortunate that it happened on the holiday season when a lot of people were trying to get these extra hours so they can get that PlayStation 5 that they finally wanted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But things like this happen, man. It's happening all the time. Just bear them out. Peace.